And welcome everybody to another episode of Dan-A-Plooza. My guest at this time is from the Squared Circle, the amazing Glow Hollywood here. So we are glad to have her here. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Uh,
you, Dan.
we enjoy having all the wrestling guests always on Dan-A-Plooza. So for those watching, future watching, please go ahead if you are in the area this weekend at the Smoky Convention Center, Saturday, August 26th, 12:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Make sure to go ahead, say hello to Hollywood, pick up some merch. Speaking of merch, you can also pick up merch at Glow Hollywood Merch. That's available on Etsy. And right now, you can order prints. You can get a Glow t-shirt, trading cards, comic books. So make sure to follow that. Also follow Hollywood Botanica,
Botanica.
Botanica
With a
on
K.
Etsy. They have all kinds of available soaps right now that you can order, but if some are not available, that is the pre order. And if you are in the social realm of following, make sure to follow Hollywood on her social medias, which is Hollywood Glow on YouTube. You can also follow the official Glow Hollywood on Instagram. And then you can also follow Hollywood at Glow on Twitter.
You did really good. You got me covered. Thank you, Dan.
And that is the plug segment.
Good job.
You should see when people are in different areas and have multiple different backgrounds. Then it's a
Oh, I'm
5-minute
sure.
plug segment.
Yeah, you're like going. Thank you. That was great.
Okay, so let's ask some questions.
Yeah, please.
Since I was a fan since I was younger, what are some of your favorite matches in Glow?
Ooh, there's 4 seasons of matches. So, when I was younger, I didn't think that my favorite matches at the time were with the farmer's daughter, but they're the best matches because her and I went to the same school together. We knew the same people. So now you've got heel against babyface, and the heel wants to kill. She wants that win against the babyface, and that babyface wants to win so bad. So a lot of that was so real.
Oh
You
yes.
can't, there were just so animosity and maybe, some jealousy going on. But, you're 20 years old, you know how great, so those matches, I would say, are the best matches out there. The fun matches were like when we did those, a Texas barroom brawl where anything goes, the spray painting that Vine and myself did, anything with that. But I mean, all the girls, I love wrestling everybody. So there's not one person that you could say you didn't enjoy wrestling. Becky was hard, let me tell you, because she was doing all these heel moves. I'm like, what is she doing? That's not the way. I got to be extra heel over here. So they were definitely harder for me. Anything with Mountain Fiji and Little Fiji and Americana. Um, Vine and myself and Matilda the Hun had a really today, by the way, but we had the Gestapo match. So we looked like we were in the Nazi attire against the Americans, which was oh my, we had to come out singing Deutschland, Deutschland. Oh my gosh. There were gas masks and there were pain. Oh my, like I said, you would not get away with any of that today, but there was so much stuff that we got away with. And so that was my favorite seasons were season 1 and 2 because we got away with a lot. So once season 3 and 4 kicked in, they knew what we were up to. They're like, you can't do that, you can't do that, you can't do that, no this, no that. So season 1 and 2 by far, I would say, are the best seasons. No disrespect for, because I did all of them. I loved every season, but we got away with a lot. The heels really were the heels.
Yeah. um, I remember. Did you team with MTV? I was
I
trying.
did in the season 3 or 4. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's a fun match too because I think we had Jeeves, which
Yeah.
was um, not Roxy, but a Tiffany. It was
Hmm.
Tiffany's butler. Oh, and we came out on a motorcycle, me and MTV on a Harley. You know what? I called the Harley Davidson shop and I said, "Hi, this is Hollywood from Glow. We're over at the Riviera Hotel. Can we need to borrow one of your bikes?" And they sent some guy down. I mean, he just literally came over, and we got to ride on the bike coming into the match. It was freaking great. Yeah.
And we have shared that match in the Dan-A-Plooza Facebook page.
Oh, good. That's a good one. Tiffany was fun to work with. She was just always up, 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 and over the top. Yeah, fun days.
Can you talk about what your experience was like in the interactive multiplayer Days of Our Lives, Married with Children?
Oh yeah. So Days of Our Lives was stunt work,
Hmm.
and I was doubling an actress who goes by the name of Nadia I can't pronounce her last name, but Nadia Bajorlin. And I was doubling her, and all I had to do was walk to a door, but the door is going to explode and catch on fire. So I had to take the fall for her. So I had a wig on and I wore her
Yeah.
same outfit. It was great. And we did the take 2 times. That's it. We were over at NBC Studios in Burbank. And like I said, you wait all day to do a stunt. So we had to wait till after lunch. And as soon as lunch cleared and they got us up there, I was out of there within 30 minutes.
Oh,
So
wow.
we did it all day long. You get there at 7 a.m. in the morning, you don't shoot till after lunch, and then you're done. Married Children was great because it was Big Bad Mama, and it was Ursula Hayden, who was our third farmer's daughter. That was to be on Married with Children back then, because this was season 4 in whatever 1990, early 90s. And to be on that show, that was a huge popular show. And
Okay.
in my book, in the autobiography, I talk about that audition and everything that went on. So, like I said, to be on that show it was huge at the time. And for Glow Girls to be on it, and they only wanted, this is who they wanted. They wanted Ursula and myself, and they did want Fiji, but Fiji wasn't available, so they used Big Bad Mama. But they already had it. That's the only thing I'll give you is they already had in mind what characters they wanted. So when we went to read our script, we didn't even know that we thought we had to audition in front of 100 other ladies. It was just us, so it was like so special. We didn't know that we were picked specifically for that part. That's pretty cool. You
Yeah.
know, I always, Dan, have to pinch myself and go, gosh, you never think that you had this opportunity and that you were just in the right place at the right time, you know, and these things just kept falling into place. And, I had a wonderful time playing Hollywood in Glow. I wouldn't change anything other than I wish it would have been on today. You know what I mean? Because we have these cell phones and
Yeah.
these computers and social media. We didn't have any of that, just television. And thank God for the power of TV. That's huge.
And that's what it's all about is the power.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
Um,
Very cool.
so, um, what inspired you to run your own small business with the soaps?
With the soap, yeah. So before COVID even came about, I always liked products that do not have any preservatives in them. And so I would always see soap and I'd buy it. So one Christmas, I think it was 2018, I saw some really beautiful homemade soaps. And I'm looking at these soaps and I'm like smelling the soaps and looking what the ingredients were. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, I could do this. I could do soaps like this. And so I got some books and YouTube videos, and I started giving them away to my friends. And then they're like, you should sell it. I'm like, okay. I mean, this is just a hobby. It is only a hobby, but I love to do it because once I get off the road from traveling or conventions and the tours, I want to come home and chill. Some people like to read. Some people like to listen to music or cook. I like to make soap. So Hollywood Botanica at first, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to call it Nashville Botanica. And then I started using Nashville. Can you see that this says Nashville on it?
Yes.
It might be backwards, but these I sell in the airport in Nashville.
Oh, wow.
And then, I have, it's Nashville Botanica, and then I put all the ingredients so that people know what they're getting. So the ingredients really are like four or five. So it's organic coconut oil, it's olive oil, distilled water, to make something called sodium hydroxide. And then you just have an essential oil that's in it, and yeah, I love it. Right now I'm doing, because, Maui had those wildfires. So I decided that I would make a Barbie soap. So this is my Barbie
Oh, wow.
soap. It's just cute. See, it's got it's all soap, by the way. This is my Barbie. I call it Malibu Barbie. What I'm doing is I'm giving 100% of the sales straight to the Maui Humane Society. It's like the least you can do. I did Ukraine, and I've done a lot of, I feel to them, so I kind of pick and choose which ones the types of organizations. It's and here's the funny thing, because you'll get like a guy, Hollywood, are these soaps for men? Well, yes, the soaps are for men as well. Unisex. This one's orange turmeric. Coloring is an interesting orange, but what it is it's organic turmeric. So that is like a natural colorant. My cats are staring at me from. Hi, kitty. Anyway, that's my soaps are unisex. So NashvilleBotanica.com with years. And you know what? I got to tell you, actually, Oregon has a shop in Chicago. It is called Madame Zoo's and teas in there. So he thought, you know what? Let's put some of Jeannie's organic soap in there. So I've done him, not done him. I've had my soaps in his store. Rhonda Shear, I've had soaps in her store. In Oxnard, California, I have a lot of merch East Coast. So again, it's a hobby. And if people, skin is so soft out. What is in it?
That's awesome. So, what do you like most appearing at the convention and the fans who attend the convention to meet you?
Such a good time. Or heroes or icons, to meet somebody. How are they? Or on a, it's true. Yeah, it's really, really, really positive thing. And then you get to take photos with them, and sometimes you become friends with them as well. So we were talking about, I'm leaving tomorrow to go to Knoxville, which convention center, which is so I'm looking forward to going down there, but conventions with promoters. So, sometimes promoters switch us girls out, all the different ladies from the different companies, but and sometimes they keep hiring you back. So I'm blessed, Dan. I get asked, and I think when they stop asking you is when you might have to like hang it up or something. I don't know, but I'll always love what I've done with wrestling, and meeting our fans is huge. Like meeting you, Dan. Kitty, what are you doing?
um, so, do you remember the interactive multiplayer game Plumbers Don't Wear Ties and that
Of
experience?
course. Yes. So they're redoing that game. So, okay. So, again, that's in my book as well. But in 1994, I was asked to do a video game. Now, I had no idea about videos. I know pinball back then, but I don't know this CD3-ROM thing that they were talking about. They just wanted me to be the actress in it, and I would play the character Jane. Um, and it was interesting because I did my gig. I think it took us a few weekends to do it. Um, then when the internet was popular, I started getting these emails from people, or this is the most stupidest thing I've ever seen. This sucks, but we like you, or you got all of this. But when I looked on YouTube at that time, it had over 1 million likes. Now it has almost 9 million likes.
Ah,
9 million. And so the company bought it. So it's limited run games, bought it from the man that produced it, Michael Anderson. And I went there right before Christmas. I went there and we videotaped, not video, but we filmed A New Beginning. And then we did lots of commentaries throughout it. So the new one's going to look a lot. Nothing's changed other than the beginning and adding commentary.
yeah.
And then I'm going to start doing conventions for that. Now, I haven't done any
Oh, wow.
conventions in the video game industry before. So, I can dig that one. So yeah, plumbers don't wear ties, and that'll be on all platforms.
All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Um, I think it may be similar. I don't know if you remember the Mortal Kombat franchise,
Yes, I do. I
where they
do.
had to take all the still shots, and then they're now meeting fans of those Sega games. So,
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but I'm fixing to learn a lot more soon. So they're gonna get a hold of me for next year. So that's gonna be more conventions for me too. So I can
um,
do Jane. Yeah. So I will definitely be looking forward to doing that. And then I'm going to meet a whole new slew of fans. Dan, I'll have to come back on again and we'll talk about all of, the video side.
definitely. Um, and I feel like let me know when you get your book so I can promote that through.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm meeting with the person for the cover next week, and then we're pitching. Do I want to self-publish, or do I want to try the other? A traditional publishing deal. So I got to meet with a few different people in the next few months, and then we'll definitely have it out this year. So, and this is something that I'm working on for a very long time. I'm all over the place. I sometimes, that whole ADD catches up with you, and like, I'm making soap, but I'm thinking about this, or I'm making soap and I'm thinking about my book. Oh my gosh, I have to go work out. Oh, don't forget about this. Oh, don't forget to book this flight, my head. And so to concentrate just on a book, that took me some time. And of course, I had help with that as well. I have a ghostwriter. I have Dan Murphy helping me with it, keeping my voice. So, and he did a fantastic job. And then John Cosper. So I've got John Cosper and I have Dan Murphy. So I don't think I can go wrong with those guys.
Yep. And I always say for people with as much as the ADD, it's controlling the carousel. Um, you can let the carousel control you, or you control it. So
That's
you
right.
have to decide the pace, the rate, and how you rein in things.
Yeah, you're so right. Yeah, I agree on that.
So, um, what did you think of the new Netflix series of Glow when that came out?
I love the series, so that's just me. And at first, I was thinking, well, of course, what everybody thought, are Glow Girls going to be in it? That was my first thought.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Glow Girls going to be in it? You know what? And we weren't in it. I think it would have added more if they would have had cameos by, the girls on on the original show. But anything, Dan, that promotes Glow is win-win for me, and it doesn't have to be a carbon copy at all. And there was a lot of people that didn't agree with that. But come on, it's Hollywood. You know what I mean? It's the way that Hollywood works. And sometimes you win and sometimes you don't. But like I said, anything that promotes us, regardless if we're in it or not, brings everybody back to doing conventions and being relevant, in this industry. So I liked it. I think they did a fantastic job. I liked Mark Maron on the second season more than on the first one. I wasn't quite sure of his character, and then I'm like, oh, he's badass. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
But at first I wasn't sure if I liked him, but I think they did a fantastic job, trying to get what we did. Like I said, it's not a carbon copy. It would have been great if they could have taken stories. In my book, there are stories of what really happened. So that will be the real Glow Netflix is in that book. Oh yeah. Did you like it, Dan?
Yes, yes, I did.
Did you watch it?
Yes, I did. I watched it at a later time. Uh, um, the thing is, wrestling's always been important to me, and it has a special place in my heart. Um,
Yeah.
so it's like
Good.
when things didn't go right, or
Mm-hmm.
things went bad, it was Glow and things were there. So
I
it's
gotcha.
very attached to me.
Oh, that's so good. A lot of people say that, you know that. I hear those
Yeah.
stories from a lot of our fans, and we had no idea, if we were, you know, trying to keep things positive. You know what I mean? Like they gave me the PSA commercial, so I was doing the drugs commercials, and I was doing um, the drinking and driving stuff. So, I mean, that's a whole positive thing right there. And they thought, what heel can we use that people will listen to? And I think they did a good job by having us do stuff like that.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah. And then for some of our LGBTQ fans, that helped them as well. But when you're 21 years old or 22 and you're doing a show and you're constantly doing your dialogue and doing all of sketches and these wrestling scenes and interviews, you have no idea what the impact is at all. Again, because we didn't have social media. We didn't even get, I don't know if the girls told you, but they didn't even freely give us our fan mail.
Oh yeah.
I found out when I went to the LA office and I saw a couple of bags of mail and I went, Jackie, she's one of our secretaries. I go, is that mail for us? Oh yeah. I go, what? We're not getting it. I was shocked. I
Yeah.
went in there and I'm pulling out my stuff. I'm so glad that I think we had tons of mail. But a lot of the girls don't know that because they weren't in that office. I couldn't pull the whole. Trust me, I wanted to pull the whole thing on my back and bring it back to Vegas. I should have just done that. Is what I should have done.
Yeah.
You know, because it's fair for the girls to see that they were doing such a good job, that
Yeah.
they had a huge fan base.
I can now just see the little like image, like the thought bubble of you pulling it and everything like that.
I
That
know
you.
that's exactly it. Yes, exactly. Or I would have put it on Stinky and made Stinky put it over her back and made her walk out
Oh.
with it. How somebody
Oh
else won
man.
that stuff.
Oh, but seriously, I think one of the other great things that the ladies talked about is the glow cruise. How does that to you?
Oh yeah, we did. There was I went on 3 glow cruises with the Afterglow girls, which were tremendous. Those were so fun. Then I did one with my company, and I called it Original Glow. And I made it even better because I did things a little differently because you kind of learn after what works. All of the glow cruises, they have our fans' best interests. We have like events and games, and everybody eats at the same time. And you get to hang out with your fans. We have another one coming up. The one that's coming up is March 3rd through the 10th of next year, and that's going to go out through the Eastern Caribbean. And it's small, it's not a huge one. I wish it could be bigger. None of them have ever been huge. You got to share a ship, with a bunch of people, but it's so great to be able to hang out with our fans because if we didn't have you guys, we wouldn't have anything. We wouldn't be doing this. You know that. You and I wouldn't be talking. We wouldn't have the Glow Cruises. We wouldn't have all the conventions, that we're invited to. Yeah, we're super lucky. I've been, like I said, at the right place at the right time in my life, and I'm very grateful for it.
That's it's right around my birthday next year.
Oh, come with. Come. I'll show you. It's on my Facebook page. I have it. It's pinned. It's pinned on there. We'll start doing a little more advertising as we get closer. But I know a lot of people have already put down deposits already. I think it was $100 deposit. And if something happens that we don't go, everybody gets their $100 back. So, but oh my God. And to go to the Eastern Caribbean, that would be wonderful. The one that I did, we went out through, uh, where did I go? I think we did Cabo San Lucas, Mazatlan, and I forget what else is down there. Oh, and it was tremendous. We went on a Jeep tequila expedition. Oh my God, tequila tasting Jeep. So you take the Jeep first, obviously, and then you have to have a designated driver. So we used Cheryl Russo Lightning. We
Oh,
had Lightning because she doesn't drink. I had Lightning as our designated driver, but we were trying tequila. Oh, it was pretty funny. It was a good time.
wow, that sounds really good.
It is fun. We have all kinds of stuff that goes on. You can do stuff off the ship, then we all get together and do more stuff with each other on the ship, you know. And then you have some downtime too. If you want to have your downtime, you want to lay out at the pool, you got to do that and sip on a cocktail or something. Yeah. We've had
Oh.
no complaints. The girls will tell you no complaints. Unless you're looking, for a complaint, but it's all been really good.
How can you complain when you're at sea with amazing, talented, beautiful ladies? That just seems
That's right. Yeah, that's
impossible.
right. You're in for a good time.
Yeah, I think a trip like that reminds me when I went to Mexico last year. So
Okay. Oh, nice. Where did you go? What cities?
I went to let me think. Trying to remember. I didn't go to Punta Cana. Um,
Oh, did you go to Cozumel
and it wasn't
or Playa
Cancun.
del Rey?
Riviera Maya. That's
Oh, I've been
I knew
there.
I knew I would get it. Yeah.
Yeah, Riviera. I always forget that one. We went to Riviera Maya, I think, on the Afterglow cruise. That was fun. And of course, I've been on 20 cruises at least because my husband Ryan plays with Kiss. Well, let me explain. He plays with Ace Frehley
Ah.
from Kiss, and he plays with Gene Simmons for his solo band.
Yeah.
So we've done all the Kiss cruises, and they're the same thing, but that's all
Yeah.
Kiss. It's huge. It's a huge Kiss party. So I have been to several of the islands several times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they all, after a while, they blend together. But this is all rock and roll with live music. So I got a lot of ideas from the events that they do on the ships with their talent. So yeah.
um, yeah. So I'll have to tell you about my whole trip to Riviera Maya and the dolphin experience and
Yes, I
paddleboard.
remember the dolphin experience. Oh, did you get bit? No.
Um, I had to swim several times, and my instructor was nonstop to do the exercises, so I was very exhausted
I
afterward.
bet you were. I bet. I remember the dolphin. I saw that when we first came on. I may, you know what? I might be more boring. I'm way into the Maya, the pyramids, and
Mhm.
all of that. So I made Cheryl go with me on the bus
Oh no!
to go check out the ruins
Oh
because
yeah,
I love that stuff. She wanted to do the dolphins.
yeah.
She wanted to do that, and I made her go with me. So the next time that we do something, I have to let her pick. That's only fair. I'll have to do something because you know what? You don't want to go alone on it. You know,
No, you don't.
you don't want to go to those places by yourself. I think our friend Wayne Palmer did the same expedition with us, but he was on a different bus. But he went alone. You know, so yeah.
Well, do you have anything else to say on Dan-A-Plooza as we wrap it up today?
Well, Dan, I want to say thank you so much for having me because this was awesome. And thank you for mentioning my soap company and the book and conventions. Like you were right on it. I appreciate that. And you know what? When I get the book, we'll do that'll be this year. Maybe we can come back on again and go over that. That would be really cool. I'd like that.
Yep, we can do that.
And you've already got all my social media, so we're good with that as well.
Yes, and
Thank you.
you can actually next time we meet. Sometimes people they flip the script and they ask me questions. So sometimes
Oh, that'd be a good idea.
it's
That's when we're going to ask about your trip.
yeah, we can
Yeah, so we'll talk
definitely
about your
do
trip some
that.
more in
But
detail.
that's going to wrap it up for Dan-A-Plooza. Make sure to check out Hollywood this Saturday, August 26th, Smoky Convention Center, Tennessee, 12:30, 5:30 p.m. Check out all the social media links. Thank you very much. You're amazing. Mad respect. Thank you for being on Dan-A-Plooza. Take care and have a good night.
Bye. Thanks.